Hi, welcome back to part 2. I'm absolutely melting here, it's so hot. I've got the patio door open, so if you hear anything outside, I've got no sound insulation, but I've had to draw the curtains because the light was just too bad. So anyway, we're up to the weekend. We just had the bank holiday weekend. Oh, now Bear's moved and he's right behind. Bear, I need you to move, come on. He's right behind me. So Saturday we went to the first boot sale we went to was Faygate, and this is all that I got from Faygate. It's an unbranded but rather lovely paperweight, and that one was £2. It's very pretty. And then after Faygate we went along to a second boot sale, which was at West Swantley Farm, which is Storrington. And it's a fairly new boot sale, but we went along to give them some support. And if you look on Neil and Jan Resellers, Neil has done a little interview with the lady who's running it, and she'll tell you all about it on there. So pop along if you can, you know. She's working really hard to get it to be a good boot sale. She's got a portaloo there, she's got a bouncy castle, a refreshment van vendor, whoever. But that one, I only actually bought 2 things at that boot sale. I bought a little china mug. It's not any special make, it's just a pretty little china mug. And after I paid for it, as I was walking away, I kind of looked back at the table and saw this from the side, and as I saw it I thought, well, that looks like Portmeirion to me. And as I picked it up, she put a price on the bottom, so you couldn't actually read what was on the bottom, but she said it's Portmeirion. And that one was £3, so I picked up that for £3. So £3 for the jug and £1 for the mug, so that's 4. And the paperweight, that's £6 for all of Saturday. But then of course we had Sunday when we went to Hickstead, and the first thing I picked up there was one of these over the door coat hangers. And it looks as though it's never been used. It was £1, and I find these incredibly useful. So £1 on the door hanger. Then next there was a Disney mug. Again, I must have waited till the end of the hour before I sat down to write it down. It was either £1 or 50p. I think it was £1. But, you know, with Christmas coming up, those sort of things are very saleable, aren't they? Then I found, when I'm looking for mugs, I like to try and find the finer china in pairs. I just think it's easier to sell in a pair than singly, although I have sold singly. And these 2 are Queen's Covent Garden Market. And so I've got kind of fruit on them. And those 2 I paid £1 for the pair, so 50p each, which is kind of standard for mugs really. Then I found a pair of Rayware mugs. These aren't fine china by any means, but they just look like they were in a pair. Quite nice patterning, Rayware. And I think again they were probably £1 for the pair. Yeah, £1 for the pair. Oh, he's moved a little bit so I can take a step further backwards. Then there were some Denby Blue Dawn cup and saucers. Got that lovely flower. And it just so happens I've got the matching teapot that I bought in a charity shop last year. So the teacups and saucers and the teapot can go out as a group. Unfortunately, one of the saucers is missing, but because one of the cups that I bought with the other pair of Denby cup and saucers is chipped, I do have a spare saucer, so I can offer it with a saucer, just not entirely matching. Although the saucers themselves are identical in style, just different colour. But we'll see what we can do with those. And the 4 cups and 3 saucers were £2. I saw this and it rather intrigued me. This one is a cheese pot for baking camembert, etc. in the oven. If it hadn't have said cheese baker on top of it, I wouldn't have known what it was, but that one was 50p. Neil and I are very partial to baked camembert, so that's a keeper for time being at least. We should be using that to start with. And then straight up, I've been all the way walking around, I've been seeing Costa cups and mugs and all sorts of different Costas, and I thought perhaps the universe is trying to tell me something, and eventually I spied these two, one with the double handle, one with a single, and they wanted 50p each, but I'm giving this one to Neil because it's got very slight roughness around the edge. We think it might be not a design, a manufacturing flaw, but it's very slightly not right around the edge. So I said to Neil he can keep that one because he likes a nice warming cup in the winter. So that was £1 for the pair. I found this rather lovely robin Christmas mug. It's quite a big mug, brand new, still got its shop barcode on the bottom. I don't know where it came from or what brand it is, but that one was 50p. And then I found these. These are Farmyard by Jennifer Rowe Gallery. Trying to get in the light now to see it. It says Lesser and Pavey Leonardo.co.uk, and there were 4 of these. Again, rather thicker than I would normally pick up, although these are fine china. They're not bone china, so kind of thicker. But these were 20p each, so I got the full set of 4 for 80p. And then, just as I was nearly finished, when I go to the boot sale I use a walker and I put a wicker basket on it, but it's never quite enough for a minute. But then I found, oh Bear, you're completely in the way now. there was this wicker laundry basket that by coincidence fits perfectly on the seat of my walker and gives me a huge amount of room to put things in when I'm at the boot sale, and that was £3. So I was absolutely thrilled with that. That was on the Sunday, and then using it on Monday I had lots of comments from people who were saying what a fantastic idea. Then almost finished at that particular boot sale, I found this C&M teapot. Now C&M is Clokey and Masterman. They were later known as Clokey and Co. They're from Castleford in Yorkshire, and they were the last of the Castleford potteries to be closed down, and they closed in 1961 I think, which then predates this to before 61. And I also found something else that said there was a photo of Clokey and Co employees from the 1930s, and knowing that Clokey and Masterman were prior to Clokey and Co, that dates this way back further. Now I find it hard to believe this is a 100-year-old teapot, but I'm going on what I read on the internet. We all know that it's not always strictly true, but this actual design of teapot, the Betty shape, has been being made since the 1600s, so it could well be. Who knows? It doesn't give it any particular value, you know. I mean, it's just a basic teapot, but it's just nice to think that it might have some age to it. I mean, it's at least as old as I am, possibly a lot more. And I got that one for 50p, about all I'm worth. Right, so, and then lastly for that boot sale, as I was walking, it's out in the kitchen now, as I was walking along I saw a box that said 4-tier spice rack, which is exactly what I've been meaning to get for myself but hadn't yet. And as I'm going at full speed, which is still snail pace, another woman shot in front of me, picked it up and asked how much it was. The chap said £3, she offered £2, and he said no, it's brand new, it's never been used. So she wouldn't pay it, she walked off, and I thought no, I will pay it because I was going to get one anyway. And when I got home I looked it up on Amazon, and it's a £16 spice rack that I got for £3, so I was very, very pleased with that. So then finally, I thought we'd nearly done all this. Surely there can't be much left to go, but fridge drawers. Again, something else we actually went to B&M last week to get some, but I didn't get as many as I wanted because they didn't have them in that size. They were out of stock. But I found a pair of, they're just Perspex drawers to go in your fridge. They've got a handle for pulling things in and out, just to keep your fridge a little bit more organised, a little bit tidier. And I paid £1 each for those. I think they were £5 each in B&M, so not a bad price. That was the fridge drawers. Same lady, I saw a water bottle. Now I've been buying these over the course of the summer. At the beginning of the summer I was paying between 30 and 50p. That's this one. It's a kind of purple wood design, which is a strange colour to do a wood design, but there you go. But then all of a sudden the prices shot up and people were wanting £5 for them. But this one, she said 50p, and I wanted to get a couple of spares because sometimes we'll go out to a boot sale or something, one of them will get left in the car, we're trying to get ready the next morning and we haven't got one, so if we've got spares then we can always have one indoors ready to fill and use. So I got that one for 50p, and then thought, well, if I've got me another one, I'm going to need to get Neil another one. So 2 stores further along, I find this one, and I said, oh, Richard, how much is your water bottle? And he and his wife laughed, and he said, oh, I was looking for £1 or 50p, and I said, oh yeah, I'll take it for 50p, it's actually brand new, it's never been used. And then he said, oh, I've got the box for it if you like, so gave me the box. So Neil's got the better one this time. Mine's a little bit more used, but that one's in brand new condition. So that's the 2 water bottles, 50p each. There was a little, oh Bear, you are being a nuisance here. Little, I thought it was Price and Kensington, but this one's actually Sadler, this teapot. It's a little 2-cup teapot. I need to find somebody who's opening a coffee shop, and then I can sell them all at once. That would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Oh Bear, don't move, I'm going to fall over. Struggling to stand at the moment, so my friend Nikki, hi Nikki if you're watching, had asked me to look out for a breadboard for her, a small wooden breadboard, and for a couple of days I've been looking and couldn't find anything, but then I found this cheese board and thought that might be ideal for her. And the cheese board was £1. I'm sure it was £1, yeah. Cheese board was £1, so I picked that up for Nikki. But then Neil had asked me to look out for a Lazy Susan for him. And this was on top of it. It's a porcelain dish type thing with cheeses on saying fromage. And then you've got the wooden Lazy Susan itself, but he doesn't seem to think that it goes together, but he wanted it, so it's up to him what he does with it. I said that he can sell that bit separately if he wants to, but that's what he was looking for, and that's a good price for £1. So that's the Lazy Susan. Found a rather lovely Flying Gear, oh I nearly knocked all my yadra over then, teddy bear cookie jar. Now this one doesn't have a seal, and the headpiece is very loose. You do find that sometimes, but that one was £1.50. Let's move that over onto this table. Rather charming little fellow. Found a beautiful Denby mug. Let me find it to show you. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it in this light because it's got a very, very, very delicate pattern on it. It's a cream colour with almost like a silver patterning on it. Absolutely gorgeous, and I don't know if you'll be able to read on there, but it does say it's Denby. And that one was £1. Next there was a Caithness. This is a Snow Trail, I think this one is. That's the name of it. It's kind of white and black and purpley colour. That one was £1. And you know, I don't mind paying out £4 sometimes, because you know, sooner or later you're going to get another one of a similar value for much less, so it evens out sooner or later. So that was the Caithness for £1. Having bought Nikki the other board, I found exactly what I was looking for, a small wooden breadboard, and I managed to get that one for her for 50p. It's got a couple of nice scratches on it, but because it's wood you can always sand it down and re-oil it, and it's good to go, isn't it? Thinking about how I carry things on my walker, I've got a bungee cord just to help hold things on sometimes, just to stop things come crashing off. That was from a trader, that was £1.50. I picked up these mugs because I already have 2 in this pattern, and I thought, well, that will make up a set of 4. And these are Victorian Fruits by yeah, they're a Royal Doulton. But if you look at them, the handles are actually slightly different. One of them is bone china and one is fine china, which is clunkier. And you know, when I get them home on closer inspection, the bone china one has the tiniest chip just near the handle there. It wouldn't prevent you using it, but it would prevent me selling it. So that one I think will probably go to a charity shop, see if they can get some money for it. And this one with it, again, this one has some damage to the bottom. Now, it's not going to affect the way it stands and not affect the way it drinks. So those 2 can go as a pair, as a donation, but I shall pay, I think I paid £1 for the pair. Let me just check. Yeah, that was £1 for the pair. So anyway, that has now caught you up with everything I've picked up over the last couple of weeks. Bear, come on, I need to move, I need to step backwards. So I hope you enjoyed those couple of videos. I can't see on the screen how I feel, as though I'm absolutely melting. It is so hot here at the moment that if I'm a big red sweaty blob, I do apologise. But I hope that you've found those few bits and pieces interesting. And if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and then hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when any new content comes out. I did also film another non-boot sale related item in between, in the gap, but I kind of lost what I was saying halfway through and it just didn't work out, so I had to delete that and I'll have to re-record that for you. But anyway, I hope you're all well, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.